Hello, friends. This is Ed coming to you from San Antonio, Texas. It is Wednesday, July 22nd. It's about 10:30 at night. And I think I put another video out. A couple of things here is I've finished going through Pastor Andy Woods on his study on Galatians. It's a tremendous study, verse by verse. So I can't wait to go through um, and do my own video on the book of Galatians. It's something that today that is something the church desperately needs, and it's a book that is, for the most part, it's ignored. And I'm grateful for churches that, even though they're far and few between, still will go through that study. Now, Pastor Andy Woods did it back in 2010. It's on his website, slbc.org. That's Sugarland Bible Church. It's available only in audio format. Anything before 2014 is audio only, is not video, but it's still very good to listen to. Another one I recommend, it's Northland Bible Baptist Church. The senior pastor there is Pastor Thomas Kakuza. He didn't do the study, but it's actually his son-in-law, but he's also a pastor. He's known as Pastor Dave. I can't remember his last name, to be honest with you, but I know him as Pastor Dave. But he did a verse-by-verse study on Galatians, so I recommend that one too. So I can't wait to do my own. I don't know how in-depth I'll go, but I'm going to be using some commentaries, and I might wind up using some of Pastor Kakuza's commentary as well. I looked it over today. I only looked at the first chapter, but it's really good information. So, and then I'll just have my King James Bible commentary. I'll use that. Maybe I have a King James Study Bible, so I'll do that as well. Now, the King James Study Bible I have here on the shelf, it's the hard copy with the photos. My other King James Study Bible is still with the company, Leonard's Book Restoration. I'm getting that rebound. As a matter of fact, I heard from them this week, and they're going to go ahead because they, gave me all the pricing and all that. It's not going to be cheap. It's going to be over $300, but it's going to be probably my nicest Bible, and so I can't wait to get that back. But I may at least have another copy of the King James Study Bible. This one's just a hardbound with photos. It's actually newer than the one that's getting rebound, but the notes in it are the same. So I may be using that too as well. And I have my Ryrie Study Bible, the New American Standard 1995. I have the Keyword Study Bible. So through all that, I'll be able to get through some notes. So can't wait to just start my study in Galatians though. While I'm on the video here though, I want to show you my Keyword Study Bibles. I've shown a couple of them before, but I now have all 5 of the English translations of the Keyword Study Bible. Now, I think there is an NIV out there. I looked at AMG's website. They don't have it listed, but I think at one point there might have been an NIV, but obviously it's out of print, I'm thinking. I think I did see it on Amazon, but I have no interest in buying that one, even if it's available. I just am not a big NIV fan. There's no point. But the ones that are available, and the other one is the Keyword Study Bible is available in Spanish. I'm not going to be buying that. I know very little Spanish. There's just really no point in having that one. But for those of you who speak Spanish, and the Keyword Study Bible is available in the Spanish translation. But I have the English translations that are available, so I'm going to show them here one by one. Okay? So the first one I have here is the beloved King James Version. Okay? It's the King James Version, the Keyword Study Bible. And for some of you, that might be your only one. If you say, that's all I ever read, that's perfectly fine. But it is available in the King James. And by the way, I got this one through the... I didn't get this one through Amazon. I got this one through the KJVstore.com. So naturally, because they're KJV only, they wouldn't carry any of the other modern translations, but they do carry the Keyword Study Bible. You can also get it through Christian books. I think it's called Christian Bookstore or something like that, or christianbook.com, something like that. And you can get it through Amazon. Let's see. Next one I have here, it's the New King James. Okay. So you can get that as well. And then the next one I have here is the English Standard Version. Now, with the English Standard Version, like I said, King James and New King James haven't changed really at all. The New King James came out 1982 with minor updates in 84, and as far as I know, there haven't been any updates. But the English Standard Version here, it is the 2011 text edition. It is not the latest one, which is 2025. And I called the company about that, AMG Publishers, and the reason they don't switch to a newer updated translation is because it would cost them $50,000 to update everything. So they simply do not update their, even if there's a newer version of a translation, they do not keep up, with the latest translations, and that's fine. The 2011 text edition is not a whole lot different from a 2016 or a 2025. In fact, I like the 2011 text edition or the 2025. The one I really didn't like was the 2016, which caused a lot of controversy. That was the word in Genesis chapters 3 and 4 about instead of using desire for your husband in chapter 3, or chapter 4 had to do with Cain. It's desire, sin meaning is for you. Now, it could be toward you, but the 2016 text edition of the English Standard Version said the word contrary. And that caused a lot of controversy. And I think the translators knew that. So for 2025, they put it back to the way it was. But so I actually like the 2011 or the 2025, and I do have a copy of the 2025. I think I showed it earlier, but it's I have the anglicized version. Okay, so the next one here, the next one is this is the latest one. I just got it today. I got it through Amazon. The Keyword Study Bible in the Christian Standard Bible. And now, like the ESV, it is not the latest CSB, Christian Standard Bible. There was an update in 2020. Very minor, from what I understand. But this is the 2017 text edition. And again, it would, because of the cost involved, AMG Publishers will not come out with a they won't come out with the latest edition of the CSB. It's to my understanding the updates were very minor. So, but this is my latest one that I got today, is the Christian Standard Bible. And then the last one I have here, and I actually have two copies of it, is the Keyword Study Bible in the New American Standard. Now, this is the 1977 edition. And again, they if they ever do come out with a newer version of it, it would now be the 2020. They never did come out with a 95. Again, because it would cost too much money. It would be $50,000. So, and they said there's enough demand out there for the 77 edition. And I do like the 77 edition. Now, I actually have two copies of this one. This one's a burgundy color. I think it's bonded leather. But I have another one not here with me. It's in the bedroom. It's black, but it is I think it's a genuine leather. So I have two copies of the New American Standard. I'm really thinking maybe I might, I'm not saying I will, but I might possibly look down the road of, maybe giving this one away or something. We'll see. We'll see about that. So I wanted to show that. So I look forward to doing the study on Galatians. My first video is going to be the background first. I think it's always best, and a lot of pastors don't do this. They just dive right into the book, and sometimes they won't. Not saying it happens all the time. Sometimes they'll even start in the middle of the book and instead of the first part of the book. But not all of them do that, but some do. But it's always best to, I think, always have an introduction before you start going verse by verse through the book. That way, your audience can get a better understanding of what's really going on. So my first video on Galatians will be a background of, I don't know if I'm going to be able to use all the 5 W's: who, what, when, where, why, and then how. But I'll try the best I can, at least with a couple of them, and go from there. Well, I think that's it. I just wanted to throw this quick video out there. But if you, like I said, if you want a good study Bible, go with a keyword study Bible. Now, the notes are not extensive like certain Bibles. Like I have a King James study Bible where you have notes practically on every page. I have a New King James study Bible too that's like that. And even the MacArthur study Bible contains a lot more notes. So does the Ryrie study Bible. Whereas this one, you might find a lot of notes on one page, but then minimal or nothing on the next page. The primary purpose of this Bible is that it underlines words, and then you can go to the back and find, for the Old Testament would be the Hebrew. I would guess Aramaic too, where there's Aramaic. And for the New Testament Greek. That's why it's called a keyword study Bible. And you can look it up. You just see the underlined word and see there's a number there, and you go to that corresponding number in the back. But it does have some notes, but even each translation, the notes are not identical. King James might be different from, say, the New American Standard or even the New King James. So I highly recommend it, though. It helps you go with like keywords and stuff. I love it. I think it's one of the greatest study Bibles out there. And I'm not a real big fan of a lot of study Bibles, but keyword study Bible, I really like it. Now the one, like I said, in the bedroom is the New American Standard 1977 that I use, and I have 2 copies. So yeah, that's it. So look for a video pretty soon here on the book of Galatians. I might even throw this video on there as like a pre-introduction. I don't even know what to call it, but and then my first video, like I said, on Galatians will be the date it was written, who wrote it, why it was written, and stuff like that. So, and then we'll just go into it, verse by verse, and we'll go from there. And well, that's really all I want to say. I know some of you have been really not too happy with some of what I said about some of the videos regarding John MacArthur, and believe me, I take no pleasure in it. I honestly hope he is in heaven. As a matter of fact, I saw a video tonight that seemed to be more on track with the true gospel, and others have noted that too, that sometimes he was good with it, and other times he was way off. So, I mean, the more I really think about it, and I don't want to keep wavering. That's really why I don't really want to just keep making a video after a video on John MacArthur. But my thinking is that he was like, as Pastor Andy Wood said, like that of Solomon, where he started out well and then just drifted into apostasy. So hopefully MacArthur did put his faith in Christ, despite some of the errors that he had and all that. So yeah, I just, I know for some of you, you like the Reformed view and Calvinism, and it's not for me. And for those of you who are, I respect you for that. But I've studied Calvinism, not extensively like some people are, like Dr. Phil Stringer, for example. he read the Institutes of the Christian Religion. He read all 2,000 pages. I've never read it. The guy grew up in a Calvinistic home. He lived it. Phil Stringer is excellent at that. I'm nowhere near that good on that. But like I said, I definitely don't agree with Calvinism. But I know some of you, you're not happy with that. I'm not changing my mind. But maybe I'm softening up just a little bit, realizing that, I mean, I really don't know. Did John MacArthur make it to heaven? Some of you might be saying yes. And, despite some of it, really bad teaching, if he put his faith in Christ, then he's definitely in heaven. So, and he knows better. So I knew somebody at a previous church, which the church modeled after John MacArthur, where the guy, he was like a spiritual father to me, and he passed away when I was there. And, before he died, he told me, believe it or not, you're a Calvinist. Well, I'm not a Calvinist. But I knew this guy loved the Lord. I don't question his salvation. I know he's with the Lord and probably having fellowship with John MacArthur. So what I'm going to try to do is when I go through this study on Galatians, I'm going to really try to refrain, maybe not at all, maybe very little, not make it just geared on John MacArthur, but just to show the error of Lordship salvation, whoever it is. It's just that John MacArthur was a leading proponent of that, but there are others who are continuing to teach that. But I'm going to try to steer away from just solely focusing on John MacArthur and just showing the error of Lordship salvation. All right, well, I'm going to sign off here, and Lord willing, I'll be back on probably by the weekend and start my first video on the book of Galatians. Start with an introduction first, and then we'll go from there. All right, you all have a blessed evening, and I'll be back here soon. You all have a good night.